Welcome to The Explainer. So, today we're looking at a pretty ambitious vision for the future. It poses a huge question. What if we could build a planetary scale support system to help us get our civilization back in sync with Earth's natural systems? Well, that idea has a name, the Phoenix Platform. Okay, so let's get right into it. The thinking behind this whole thing is that our biggest challenges, climate change, social division, they aren't separate problems. They're all symptoms of what's being called a polycrisis. And that's just a term for a whole mess of interconnected crises that are all feeding off each other, creating a problem way bigger than any single part. And at the absolute heart of it all is this fundamental clash. Our modern world, with its constant drive for growth and consumption, was basically built for a planet we thought had endless resources. But now, we're smashing right up against the very real, very hard limits of our living Earth. So this whole situation sets the stage for a really radical idea. What if the very same kinds of technology that helped get us into this mess could be flipped on their head and used to help us fix it? And that's where Phoenix comes in. It's pitched as not just, another app or some piece of software. It's a whole new model. Think of it like a kind of planetary nervous system designed to help us all think and act like a single, coherent whole. What I find really powerful about this idea is the metaphor itself. It totally reframes technology. It's not a tool for extraction and control anymore. Instead, it becomes a tool for healing, for coordination, and for, taking care of our planet. So you're probably asking, how would a planetary nervous system even work? Well, just like our own nervous system, the very first thing it has to do is sense the world around it. And the logic here is pretty straightforward. If we want to make better decisions for the planet, we need a much better, real-time picture of the planet's health. We have to be able to see the results of our actions pretty much as they're happening. So what is it sensing exactly? Well, it's designed to pull in all these huge, totally separate streams of data to track the health of Earth's 9 most critical life support systems, what scientists call the planetary boundaries. So you're connecting the dots between, say, satellite data on deforestation, live sensors measuring freshwater quality, and complex models of our nitrogen cycles, all to get a complete dynamic picture of our total impact. The whole goal here is to take all that complicated data and make it into something anyone can understand. By showing our collective impact on these shared dashboards, the platform wants to give us all a shared situational awareness of those critical ecological red lines, the planetary boundaries that we just can't afford to cross. Okay, so the system is sensing the planet. It's making these critical boundaries visible to all of us. But let's be honest, just knowing there's a problem isn't enough, right? The next absolutely critical step is to turn that awareness into coordinated, effective action. And this is really the core engine of the whole thing. After sensing what's going on, it uses these incredibly powerful tools called digital twins. These are basically live virtual copies of real-world systems, like a whole river basin or a city's food supply. This lets a community actually simulate different futures. So, for example, they could model exactly how reforesting a hillside might improve local water tables and bring back biodiversity, all before planting a single tree. And then finally, it gives them the dashboards and the metrics to align their actions and help different groups coordinate all their regenerative work. So you see, the crucial point here is that it's not about just hoarding massive amounts of data. It's all about making that data clear, accessible, and actually useful for the real-world, hands-on, regenerative work that needs to happen, making sure our actions are always working within the planet's limits. Now, to be super clear, the vision here is not for some kind of top-down, centralized big brother telling everyone what to do. The source material really hammers this home. This is designed as a decentralized support tool. It's an environment that helps communities organize themselves. And all of this, it brings us to the ultimate goal, which, and this might be surprising, isn't really about the technology at all. It's about a deep, fundamental shift in how we see the world. This philosophy, right here, is the bedrock of the entire project. It's about shifting our whole mindset away from dominating nature and moving toward one of collaboration and a give-and-take relationship with the living world. And this image just beautifully captures that destination. The whole point is to help humanity make the leap from a system built on tribalism and consumption to one of conscious collaboration and symbiosis, not just with each other, but with the very planet that keeps us all alive. It's really a vision for what the documents call conscious coevolution, a future where our technology and our communities are designed from the ground up to serve and regenerate life. So
the Phoenix platform, it's a provocative blueprint for sure. And it really leaves us with this one big question. Can we actually, consciously, design our tools not for taking, but for connecting? And in doing that, could we help write a brand new story for our future together?